Hi, 7th grade. Yesterday, your homework assignment was page 425, numbers 7 through 21. And a couple of you had questions yesterday, and I met with you online. And for those of you that maybe didn't join us in the Hangout, but still wanted to make sure you were on the right track, today we're going to go over the homework first. So if you haven't, if you don't have your homework handy, please grab it. I'm going to give you a second, or you can pause the video so that we can take a look and make sure that you are ready for what we're doing today. For number 7, there were 2 connecting shapes, and it asked you to come up with a statement. The actual answer is this statement here. Okay, picking the right order of the shape. So P-A-L-K, if that's where we started and went around, we need to do the same for the second. So P-S-N-K. This is the answer here. You also should have had, let's say, 3 or 4 of these up here, okay? Congruent statements. So angle A is congruent to angle S, angle L is congruent to angle N, angle K is congruent to angle K, same with P. P is congruent to P. And then the sides. Side AP is congruent to side SP, and they continue. So any 4 of those will help you to prove the final statement. Number 8 was the same except for triangles. So we've got, again, any 4 of the congruent statements, and then our final answer is that triangle BCR is congruent to triangle BYD. Moving on to the next section, it asked you to compare the shapes and explain how they're congruent. So for 9, it was side angle side, SAS. For 10, it was angle side angle. For number 11, you're moving on to a new section, which they gave you 2 congruent shapes, and one was flipped and turned, and you had to line up which of the sides and angles were congruent to figure out the missing measures. So for number 11, the measure of angle N was 104 because N is the same as R. Number 12 was angle T, which was 86 because T was the same as L. Then we've got side RM, which is 0.9 centimeters. Side ND is 1.6. 15 was angle C, which is 62. 16, 108. 17, 104. 18, 1.7. Jumping back over to the rest of it. Number 19, it asked you to explain how you know the measure from A to C the whole way across. And it's because from what they've labeled, we can see that angle, side angle, those are what they've shown, and they are congruent. The bottom is 15 feet that they labeled, and so that means the part that's unlabeled is also 15 feet. So that gives us a total of 30. Number 20 is not congruent. They share common measures, right? They showed, 1 tick mark on one tick mark on the other, 2 tick marks, and angles, but they were not in corresponding places. It did not go side, angle, side in that order. In fact, I don't think in the first triangle, it went side, side, angle, okay, which is not one of them. And then the last one, number 21, is congruent, okay, through SAS. They have side, angles, and side that are labeled. We today are going to be doing a new homework assignment, but no new notes or learning. So here are the answers. If you need to go back over and check, you should. Today, you will be doing the checkpoint quiz on page 427. Please do them all. It's numbers 1 through 14. When you have it finished, take a picture and send it to me.